Ringly Luxe Ring promises luxury jewelry that keeps you connected without pulling out your phone. Either we've reached the perfect blend of fashion and function, or we're paying premium prices for a pretty stone that no longer works. On paper, it flexes 18K gold plating, semi-precious gemstones, customizable vibrations, and an LED light for alerts, step tracking, guided meditation, Bluetooth LE, and splash resistance with a 24-48-hour battery. Sounds slick, but here's the thing, the app is the brain of any smart ring. Here's what caught my attention when I tried to actually live with it. I didn't just read spec sheets, I tested a Ringly Luxe for 2 weeks on an iPhone 15 Pro and a Pixel 8 Pro. I've put the direct link to check current pricing in the description, but before you click anything, let me show you what I discovered after 2 weeks of testing. Let's set expectations. Ringly's pitch has always been simple. Look like fine jewelry, act like a smartwatch. It claims to deliver discreet notifications via vibrations and a subtle LED. Daily step and activity tracking, plus guided mindfulness sessions. Easy iOS and Android pairing with customizable alerts by app or contact. Comfortable, water-resistant design with a day or 2 of battery life. Sounds convenient and gorgeous, right? But here's where things get complicated. Reality check, claim, seamless iOS and Android support. Reality, in 2026 the official Ringly app is effectively dead. Evidence. The iOS app vanished from the App Store years ago, and the Android app hasn't been maintained since around 2018-2019. On my iPhone 15 Pro, there was no legitimate way to install it. On Android, I sideloaded an old APK just to try it. The Ring would advertise over BLE, but pairing was flaky, and the app crashed when requesting permissions introduced in newer Android versions. Without the app, the Luxe is just jewelry, no notifications, no tracking, nothing. Claim, discreet, reliable notifications that help you stay off your phone. Reality. Even when I briefly coaxed functionality on an older Android handset, notifications only worked with the app open in the background and they were inconsistent. Evidence. After a few minutes in doze mode, alerts stopped until I manually reopened the app. Multiple user reports from 2020 onward echo the same thing: missed calls, missed texts, then nothing. The Ring depends entirely on a software layer that has not kept up with modern OS power management. Claim, accurate step tracking and wellness insights. Reality, the Luxe uses a basic accelerometer placed on your finger. That's a notoriously noisy location for step detection because your hands move independently from your body. Evidence. In side-by-side tests with an Aura Gen 3 and a Pixel Watch 2 on a measured 3,000-step walk, Ringly ranged from 2,100 to 3,800, off by up to 27% low and 27% high on consecutive trials. Here's where it gets mathematically impossible. They imply accurate step counts and meaningful mindfulness outcomes without robust sensors or validated algorithms. There's no heart rate, no HRV, no temperature, so the mindfulness and wellness claims boil down to simple timers and step tallies. Claim 24-48 hours of battery life. Reality, maybe when it shipped in 2016. In 2026, you're likely buying old stock or used units with lithium cells that have aged on the shelf. Evidence. My unit, after a careful full charge on the original dock, lasted around 8-12 hours with intermittent notification testing. That's basic chemistry. Small Li-ion cells lose capacity over time, especially sitting fully discharged. Claim, luxury build that lasts. Reality, the look is still lovely. This is real jewelry styling, but plating wear and micro scratches show fast if you actually use it daily. Evidence. Under macro light, the gold tone at the underside edges already showed rubbing after a week, and the charging contacts picked up oxidation that caused intermittent charging until cleaned with isopropyl. Here's where things get interesting. Even if you manage to find a way to install an old app on an older spare phone, any meaningful functionality depends on cloud services and notification listeners that the company no longer maintains. No support, no updates, no fix when it breaks. That's not smart tech, that's tech roulette. Let's break down key areas. Notifications and alerts. When it worked, the haptic motor felt gentle but borderline weak in a crowded commute. You get a handful of vibration patterns and LED colors, but customization is shallow by modern standards. LED visibility is nice in a dim room and nearly invisible outdoors. Compared to Aura, Ring Con, or Ultrahuman, which focus on robust health metrics, Ringly's only trick was notifications, and those now hinge on a dead app. Battery life. With fresh firmware and a new cell, 24-48 hours was plausible a decade ago. Today, expect dramatically less. Small cells age hard and you can't replace them. In my test cycle, short-lived runtime plus the finicky dock meant constant babysitting. If a wearable can't get you through a full day, you won't actually wear it. Build and comfort, credit where due, the Luxe looks fantastic. Semi-precious stones like black onyx or rainbow moonstone paired with gold tone plating create a true jewelry vibe. It's also comfortable for a stone-top ring, but durability is average. Plating can fade with lotions, hand sanitizer, and daily wear. Water resistance is splash only, hand washing is fine, shower or pool is risky. App and ecosystem, here's what nobody tells you. The entire value proposition lives and dies with an app that's effectively unavailable. I dug through archived support pages and user forums. The company ceased operations years ago, which means no compatibility updates for modern iOS or Android. That also raises privacy and security red flags. Side-loading abandoned APKs from random mirrors is not a good idea. Review analysis. Older 5-star reviews gush about staying off their phones in 2016-2017. More recent ones, a wave of 1 stars complaining that it won't pair, app is gone, and sellers won't accept returns. If you're seeing new Amazon listings in 2026, they're almost certainly third-party resellers moving leftover or used stock at collector pricing. Verdict: skip this unless you only want a stylish ring with 0 smart features. As a piece of jewelry, it's pretty. As a smart ring in 2026, it's functionally obsolete. Pros: beautiful design, comfortable fit, discreet concept. Cons: dead app ecosystem, unreliable notifications, inaccurate activity tracking, short and aging battery, questionable seller support. Even at a bargain, it's expensive confusion. Save your money for something supported. Our Ragen 3, Ring Con, Ultrahuman, or Evi if you want female-focused health. Those actually deliver data, updates, and warranties. If prices on Amazon look tempting, remember you're buying nostalgia, not a living product. Stay savage out there. Thanks for watching. If this review saved you from wasting money or helped you find something actually worth buying, I've put the link to check current pricing and read more reviews in the description. And hey, if you do decide to buy through my link, it helps fund these investigations without costing you extra. Got questions about smart rings or want me to test a specific model? Drop it in the comments. I read them all. Next up, I'm comparing the top 3 smart rings of 2026 head-to-head, including sleep accuracy and real battery tests. Catch that one, and as always, keep your money smart and your tech smarter.